Yo, I just realized. Yo, was I muted? Oh fuck! Hold on, I gotta check my stream, my Steam, or my OBS. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm getting clicked in here. Yo, hold up. Do I have the wrong mic on? W-Town? I promise I'm a professional YouTuber. I promise. Yo, no. Yo, we started this one out strong, boys. We started this bad boy out fucking strong. What's up, everybody? Yo, I fucking walked out like a pro with my fucking mic muted. What a fucking badass. But yo, boys, this one, man. This video is next fucking gen, all right? This video is next fucking gen. I saw just a few minutes of it, and I was like, bro, this is the most curious thing in the world, okay? But yo, I'm gonna warn y'all in chat right now. I got 17 people chilling, all right? I'm gonna warn you guys right now, okay? I want zero hate going out to Official Divine, okay? Now, I said this earlier, but I was muted like an idiot. But one thing I don't want to do is to scare Official Divine out of the community, because at the end of the day, I don't know anything about Official Divine or what his history is or anything along those lines. I just wanted to be clear. Look, I got no beef with Official Divine. I'm just here to talk about DC scaling, okay? Because like DC scaling is what I care about at the end of the day. I'm sure he probably has some really interesting opinions on Dragon Ball that chances are I am not gonna care about a whole lot, because I'm not that invested in like Dragon Ball scaling. You talk about Dragon Ball scaling, and I may disagree with you, but I'm not gonna like actually care enough at the end of the day to like go out of my way to talk about you or mess with your content or like whatever the case may be. Okay, so no hate towards Divine here. All right, I want that to be abundantly clear to everyone who's hanging out with me in chat, all right? No hate towards Official Divine, because I don't know anything about anything whenever it comes to him. Drip Sauce, on the other hand, yo, Drip Sauce is the guy. I'm assuming Divine was like, hey, does anybody scale DC? And Drip Sauce, who is a notable character in the community, said, yeah, I could do that for you. I'm really good at it, okay? And I can't blame Official Divine for seeing a prominent member of the community and being like, okay, well then you can just do the DC, like the DC side of things for me. Like, that's fair. But the problem is fucking Drip Sauce is coming out here acting like he's bringing the fucking sauce when he's not bringing shit, okay, whenever it comes to DC scaling. Like, he's genuinely not, out of anything I had seen so far in this video, and I think I made it less than 5 minutes in. So, let's see what sauce Drip has clearly dripped off the fucking table onto the floor and everyone stepped in, all right? Because that's kind of where we're going at this, okay? And now if you guys are wondering, like, yo, is this a Theromax Attacks? You know, actually, this is a Theromax Attacks. I'm pulling that shit out. I'm changing the name of this motherfucker. Theromax Attacks. Okay, yeah, there we go. 61. Still a little bit long of a title, but we're keeping that bad boy. Uh-oh, I'm getting ats over here. Where did I get added? No hate. Yeah, CC, blah, blah. Let's see. Divine scaled DC before, lol. He kind of downplays, but has Xeno Goku above most of DC. Like, that's the thing that pisses me off. And this is something you guys are going to see here, because I do this a lot in my Discord, where I just have these moments where I just, like, go on these crazy rants. And, like, oh, nope, too far. About, like, the way certain people scale. And it's, like, very, very, very irritating to me. Oh, come on now. Also, please, Santa, hook me up with a fucking mic stand for Christmas. Or I guess a headset stand. Okay. Oh, yo, we got our first super chat of the night. And don't forget, if you want your shit read, boys, super chats are the easiest way to guarantee it to happen. So bring them bad boys in here and we'll see what we can do for you. All right, so watch out. Pretentious picking punk says, watch out, Drip will have his Discord spam your videos with dislikes. Hey, that's the best part. I don't give a fuck what he could do. What could him spamming my videos with dislikes fucking do? Nobody can even see dislikes anymore. They're fucking pointless, okay? So the whole dislike thing, okay, cute, that might hurt you in the algorithm at some point in time, but I don't really care, okay? the most he could do is send like a bunch of downvotes my way, and then me just get popular off of that. So that would still be an L on him either way. Yo, this guy's mainly on TikTok, Drip Sauce. I've heard a lot about these idiots saying like Drip Sauce memes, lol. And I want to say the homie, actually a gentleman in chat, I could be wrong, fellow Theromax Corps member, nothing important here, I think verbatim had an argument with this guy. I want to say he like dunked on him at one point in time, but I could be mixing up people. And I'm not too concerned with just like raw, yo, what is somebody dunking on somebody else? I'm not as concerned with that. But clearly, even without ever having directly been in communication with all of this action, like, dude, it is genuinely like funny to me. Imagine being such like a scaler of DC and having like the most ass opinions. Holy shit, I'm literally about to have a conniption, boys. Yo, I'm literally about to have a conniption over here. This is like next gen. Uh-oh, Rock says show the scans. Oh no! Oh no, it wasn't important here. That's right, it was another fellow Theromax Corps member. It was fucking Wally. That's who dumped on him. That shit was funny as fuck. Hey yo, W's in chat for Wally for dunking on that guy. That shit was pretty fucking comedy. I wasn't even there and it's comedy to me because of how garbage this motherfucker is in terms of the scaling. Oh my god, somebody's trying to spoil us in chat over here. I can't take it. Don't spoil me, bro. I'll have a conniption early. And then you guys will miss out on this fucking stream, okay? And we can't have that. We can't have you guys miss out on this fucking stream. Also, if you guys are wondering why my my fucking video phone is bouncing up and down, it's because, yo, I'm in a very suspect room. And, yo, I get animated when I talk about this shit, boys. So I started bumping. So I apologize. Yo, this is gonna be one of them streams I'm gonna have to turn into a video. This is gonna have to be one of them, bro. I speed shit up. But 800 years into the video already. Okay, 800 years into this video, we're starting. All right. So, like I said, I've seen the first little bit of this. We're in suspect territories. No hate towards Divine, and don't forget, super chats are guaranteed to have you guys answer my questions live during this. So I hope you guys are fucking prepared, boys. Because this is gonna be the final boss of memes by the time we hit the end. Holy shit.
Versus Superman.
Okay, and one thing I will say though, I may be shitting on like everything to do with this entire situation outside of Divine himself, but you say whatever you want, the editing in this shit is fucking god tier. This is like some genuinely awesome editing. I wish I had editing of this caliber. I just focus more on the content versus the content in terms of like scripting and things along those lines versus editing, dude. I swear to God.
20 years, this matchup
like, look at this shit.
Be decided. The face of strength for comics and the bar to reach for anime.
Bro, this looks so clean.
Destroyed worlds landing on Earth and growing to protect the weak with overwhelming strength. So who would
definitely
win?
Doing good
The
so
man
far.
with
We're
the
definitely
strength
somewhere
beyond
positive.
the gods versus the man with the form the gods cannot reach. Who would win? Kal-El versus Kakarot. Son Goku versus Superman.
Like half of this shit is hand animated. It's like crazy, bro.
An alien who gets his strength from the largest celestial object in the solar system, the sun. As long as there's a star, Superman's strength has no.
Why are they playing like, bro? He gets it from the strongest celestial object in the solar system, acting like that's like the biggest hype for some shit.
One of the most ridiculous lifting strength feats that I've ever seen, with
Facts.
Superman being able to bench press the weight of the entire Earth for 5 days straight.
Why does everybody bring this shit up like this is the most impressive fucking thing in the universe? Dude, why? Like, I mean, to be fair, it's more of an impressive lifting strength than I think anything Goku has ever done. Like, in terms of just like raw lifting strength. But why use this as like, oh my god, he's bench pressing the sun.
Septillion tons. Superman was also able to lift 200.
Yeah, you literally have feats like this, which is infinitely, or not infinitely, but vastly superior.
Superman was also able to pull billions of planets.
Or this feat, bro, it's like 8,000 feats you can use that are stronger than he fucking can bench press the planet. You for fucking real?
That he can rip apart solar systems. Yeah, top that, Saitama. Superman also lifted a book of infinite pages, which would make his strength well. with Superman fighting against beings.
Yo, look at this shit, bro. Unless he's just stealing other people's animations, this is fucking unbelievable.
Superman in a fight with himself. Golden Age Superman.
And this music is fucking banger.
Timelines and shatter the space-time continuum.
Bro, like, look at these feats. Why the fuck would you bring up he could bench press the fucking planet when he's doing this shit too? Like, are you for real?
You even see them rewriting timelines with their fists, with Superman also having 1/5 of the power of the Big Bang itself, with Superman fighting against the high-intellect Brainiac on.
Why are we checking out Brainiac boobs?
With Brainiac being able to destroy timelines.
Look at this animation, it's so lit!
With Superman also being able to tank the force of the entire antimatter universe.
Facts, an amped antimatter universe too.
Superman fights against Nebula Man, who is a literal walking
universe.
Superman
Yeah.
even fights against Monarch, whose destructive power was stated to be unparalleled, even comparing it to the Big Bang. And in Monarch's fight with Captain Atom,
was paralleled by
twisting space and time.
What are these scans, bro? Divine, hook, bro. I will get you better scans.
With Captain Atom himself being able to create his own universes. But speaking of universes, let's talk about the DC cosmology and address some of the.
Oh God, here we go. Oh no, boys.
About it, I'll let Drip handle it.
Hello, everyone. Drip here.
Oh God.
DC's cosmology has been overrated for years.
Overrated.
Many implications of the DC cosmology being dimensional in nature. The arguments people try to make to say that it's platonic or contains infinite dimensional
Even Morrison said
constructs
shit like that.
are pretty insane, considering the fact that said infinite dimensional statements don't even exist.
Oh, said infinite dimensional statements do not exist inside DC. I want you guys to consider that, okay? This motherfucker really said there are no dimensional statements for all of DC ever. That is a real statement, he said. Holy shit.
Claiming there to be parallel worlds and infinite dimensions.
Yo, unironically, he literally has the scan from Ramakrishna saying this to Deadman. And she's literally talking about this one. You can use the Larfleeze one on top of this as well, which separates infinite dimensions from parallel worlds. Like, hold on, I'll just find it. Let's just find it real quick. Let's see if I'm sure he fucking pulls this shit up later on and probably does the same downplay shit. But hold up. Let's just find this Larfleeze scan real quick, which differentiates those two concepts. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. No, I have this in my higher dimensional section. Proof of dimensions. Yeah. Oh, nope. Proof of higher spatial dimensions. There we go. Larfleeze. Here we go. And the funny part is this is like two separate scans, too, from the same fucking run. Okay, here we go. Parallel worlds and infinite dimensions. So there's a difference in DC about them. Also, we have this statement here. Her mind wanders through parallel worlds and infinite dimensions. Damn. Wow, that really took me a lot of time. Dude, this took me a lot of fucking time. Dude, how in the fuck do we have editing like this but not fucking researchers like this, bro? Like, that's equivocal. It's insane.
Affirming both the quantity and the quality of the same thing, as it is a common trope used in fiction to represent parallel worlds and universes.
Okay, yeah, but they're separate. Like, how do you have a word for existence in terms of a structure outside of universe? We don't have like a term for that. We just call them dimensions, right? Because they're separate like concepts entirely. Like, that's the best we can do with our understanding of that. If somebody invented another word that was longer that you could use as dimension or for places, for dimensions without with no spatial or temporal like places, like, I'm sure they would do that. We just don't have that. We just always use that term synonymously.
Not to mention that Paul Jenkins literally debunked that claim and admitted his
Oh my god, this shit pisses me off too, okay? He's using a Twitter statement from fucking Paul Jenkins here, where somebody asked him, hey, is there infinite higher spatial and temporal dimensions inside DC? And he says, yes. You can even see it down here at the bottom. He says, yes. And then immediately after that, he says, wait, no, I meant infinite universes. This guy has no fucking clue what he's talking about. He didn't even understand the difference between infinite universes and infinite stacking spatial dimensions. Like, bro, why would you use Paul Jenkins as a solid reference as to why there's not when this guy doesn't even fucking know. Like, that is like the worst take. I think that's the worst take you could possibly make. Hold up, I gotta switch off of this music. I gotta switch up to the classic Space Wave, okay? This music just went straight off the deep end, boys. Holy fuck, I hope I'm not doing this for longer than an hour. Kill me. This stream may be the death of me for doing this longer than an hour, boys. Yo, also, vibe check. Where's the homies at right now? Where's the homies? Yeah, we got 31 homies laying around. What you guys doing? Hit me up in chat. What you guys got so far? And don't forget, super chats are definitely allowed. You're guaranteed to have that shit read if it is indeed a super chat. So go fucking ham, boys. Yo, what the fuck is up with my music? Yo, we're reloading this page. That shit just wild. Yo, vibe check. Where is it? Rock says, how's that cancer? Let's go. Yo, people who don't read are amazing. Dude, it is impressive that they can't read. Or when somebody can read, they use that scan even though they're unintelligent in the field.
Statement was a misunderstanding. The bleed being pan-dimensional.
Okay, and he also follows up in the exact fucking comment that he shows right here. He has to zoom in so you can't see it. Because the sole authority, he says, I am not the sole authority. This guy even admits, yo, we just had a comic curator moment where this guy legitimately didn't even read the fucking scan he provided here. Holy shit.
Understanding. The bleed being pan-dimensional is literally in context to it containing all the universes, and it has been referred to as
that's true
on multiple occasions. Another thing is
okay. This scan, god damn it, dude. Fucking Grant Morrison has cock blocked I don't know how many people with this fucking scan, dude. I swear to God.
Another thing is that the Platonic statements come.
Oh no, we already passed. Fucking, we're not going back. Oh, whoa, what? What? He did not just say that. Actually, no, fuck it. We're already going back.
Containing all the universes, and it has been referred to as a hyper.
Okay, yeah, no, it was a scan. Okay, open a tunnel between two universes, passing one another in hyperspace. Okay, you're not wrong that the bleed is like the final layer of what exists in terms of like actual matter, right? Like nobody, I think, would identify that. But the problem is the bleed is one part of DC cosmology. It's just the final layer of those things. And on top of this is somebody referencing them, right? Like this isn't even like the real deal.
On multiple occasions.
I just have to use like the actual material.
That matter could simply just be dismissed as a knowledge claim. However, the truth of the
what the fuck? Dude, there's no way. There's no way this legitimately happened. Holy shit. Hold on. Guys, I have to be wrong. We didn't just hear that on this stream. That's like fucking impossible. There's legitimately no way we just heard that. We can't be that dumb. We genuinely cannot be that dumb. He really. Holy shit, dude. I might literally be having cancer. Imagine saying Batman, the guy who's the smartest motherfucker in DC, well, one of the smartest motherfuckers in DC. The guy's one of the most accurate fucking dudes you could ever imagine, and has fought with and against concepts his entire fucking history. That guy literally looks at people and knows their concepts within seconds of seeing them. This guy can figure out plans that new gods have had that occur throughout all of space and time in seconds, okay? But he's too stupid to understand what a Platonic concept is. There's no fucking way he thinks Batman is stupid. There's no way.
As a hyperspace on multiple occasions. Another thing is
and that's not very far in DC cosmology.
From that matter could simply just be dismissed as a knowledge claim. However, the truth.
You can dismiss something as a knowledge claim by a guy who's knowledgeable in that field. I had to hear that shit twice. I legitimately had to hear that shit twice in order to comprehend how dumb what he was saying was.
Platonism scales absolutely nowhere and only entails
yeah, you have to scale it.
Which have no universally applicable axioms to rest on, such as love, beauty, and anger. Multiple statements regarding
You're right.
the existence.
You can only go off what they do in verse. And concepts like love and hope, yeah, they scale really fucking high. They're foundational energies of the entire multiverse. Like, are you for fucking real right now?
The
fuck out of here with that shit.
Taken out of context. The almost 2,000 dimensional scan is from a computer model about a theoretical model of the universe.
These motherfuckers have computers that can map out the multiverse. Kyle Rayner's ring one time did a computer calculation that proved something could destroy not just our universe, but things beyond our universe. The calculation of computers inside DC isn't limited to the real world, like, mechanics of computers in the same way that real world humans don't have the same scaling as DC humans. Like, that's dumb, bro. Holy shit.
And I don't think I need to explain why those two factors alone debunk the claims. Another statement about
I don't have to explain why they debunk the claims. Don't worry, you didn't.
11 dimensions is easily refuted by the fact that dimensions don't explode, and the scan has
Yo, dimensions don't explode. Yeah, unless somebody's fucking exploding them. In DC, that shit happens all the time. Ever heard of a crisis event, you fucking idiot? Yeah, in crisis event, all dimensions explode. That's happened before. What?
conflicting conditions, as 11 dimensions are stated to be unquantifiable, which makes no sense whatsoever.
It doesn't make sense for real world fucking... I can't scale that using real world physics, so fuck it. We done.
Arguments come from the scan where the top has no relation to the bottom, as simply talking about reading a book with an 8th dimensional Mobius curve within its story doesn't imply that that's what's being referenced in the bottom part of the scan, as he simply...
Okay, he's literally referencing, for context, if you're not crazy, okay? For context, the reason why that would be significant is he's talking about the concept of being in a comic book. And there was a lot of like meta thinking and meta concepts in that specific run, because that's a lead up to like the shit with Cosmic Armor Superman and Superman Beyond with Final Crisis. And so he's giving the idea of what are inside comic books. Why would that be important? Because the comic books that are being written are literally the other existences that exist inside the multiverse. I need to do a whole fucking video about the concept of comic books and how extreme, like how wild the concept of comic books inside DC get. Because everything in DC, every story is just art that was made up in some other universe that exists out there. Definitively at the end of the day, Earth 33, because we know Earth 33 births everything in terms of Earth Prime, even in terms of their stories. Like all their stories are written there verbatim. We've even seen characters from Earth Prime, from Earth 0 technically, go to Earth 33, which is technically Earth Prime, and literally write the comic that they were fucking in. Like, think about how insane that is. Okay, so when he's looking at concepts like that, he's analyzing those concepts across the multiverse. He's not just talking about only the comic book that is down below. He's literally referencing the fact that to them we look like, to them we perceive them as less. Imagine somebody reading our story and what that would look like. And our stories contain a Mobius loop curve, just like this comic. Like, bro, if you use basic deduction, the basic deduction, you can get there.
And he calls the world 3D, so any
yeah, and then he even references the fact he's literally referring to a comic in a 4D universe isn't going to be a 4D comic. The people reading that comic are going to be 4D, right? Or as you take that up a step, the people in the 5th dimension are going to be reading 5th dimensional comics. They're going to be reading 4th dimensional comics. Because traditionally, and even in that Cosmic Armor Superman run, they talk about the fact that you have to enhance your vision dimensionally upwards to comprehend greater things.
About DC's atoms being boundless are easily contradicted by the source material. Not to mention the 5th dimension has actually been referenced as spatial...
Okay, hold on. Atoms being boundless? We just glanced over that. He's like, bro, it's debunked in the source material. We just fucking glanced over that shit. That man just took a big old bottle of pee, threw that shit in your face and said it was raining. And then ran away with no explanation. Bro, that's crazy.
Mentioned multiple times and...
Hold on. I gotta see that shit again.
The 5th dimension has actually been referenced as spatial...
Okay, so he says, you outbox yourself. Time may be endless in the 5th dimension, but it ain't on Earth. Well, I mean... Actually, that's really interesting. You know, I'd actually like to dig up this comic. Because I know there's a few comics where 5th dimensional imps and beings along those lines legitimately hide in numbered, like universes, numbered spatial dimensions. So this may be an instance where time is literally endless in the 5th dimension. Like the 5th spatial dimension, not the 5th dimension to where like imagination comes from, because it's like a much bigger concept.
Dimensions multiple
Okay, the first
times.
little bit.
The scan states that it isn't is literally
this is
a
a fake
fake scan. The DC cosmology in of itself has been heavily overrated.
Most of the time when I dig into those statements, that's all they fucking are, legitimately, is just like, I'm hiding in the 5th spatial dimension. I'm like, okay, well, that's like fucking cool. But like, there's also 3,700 scans of the God sphere being below the 5th dimension and the God sphere being above time. So I'm gonna go with the majority of people who all claim this, especially in the more modern era, versus the maybe 1 or 2 guys who said it in the early 2000s. Because I'll admit, there are some moments in the early 2000s where 1 or 2 guys will say some really insane shit that's really easy, like, downplay. But, like, come on now. Fucking insane. Okay, low-key fucking insane.
Guys, I'm currently working on a massive debunk to DC's cosmology and why it actually doesn't get past 6th dimensional. And trust me, the amount of
No
evidence for that is
fucking way!
insane.
Does this dumb motherfucker think that it doesn't get past 6th dimensional? Yo, how do you not think this shit doesn't get past 6th dimensional? Explain. Even through the lowest ball, the lowest possible ball, like low ball that you could give, they say the multiverse itself has 6 dimensions. Actually, fuck it. Let's just go find a fucking scan. Holy shit. If I don't show scans during this shit, that's like the biggest criticism of these fucking scans, or these streams, and whenever I do them, is they're like, oh yeah, well, you didn't provide 8,000 fucking scans. It's like, well, yeah, I didn't provide 8,000 fucking scans because I shouldn't have to do that just to debunk your stupid ass video in a live stream. That's something you do for like a constructed video, not something you just do on the fly for a live stream. But, I mean, hey, what would I know? Let's just like, keep going. Let's see what we got. Where are we at? Where's my 6th dimension means? 6th dimension, here we go. Blah 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 blah. Actually, you know what? This will be so much easier, and it's in one fucking panel too. Okay, this will be good. This is the old Brothers 3 panel. Okay, boys? This is the old Brothers 3. It says the cosmic raptors dissipate into the fabric of reality. No doubt an alarm system should our mother ever escape the source wall. It's closing us off from the greater omniverse. Okay, so this wall was established to close off the entire multiverse, right? Okay, from the greater omniverse, which is beyond it. Using any form of fucking deductive reasoning, DC would be beyond the 6th dimension. Because DC exists past the 6th dimension. Our multiverse isn't the only one who fucking exists. Bro, like, do these people really think there's only one fucking multiverse in the Overvoid? Is because, like, if you read anything in the 2018 run, you'd fucking know that's not true. Like, very easily, like, found scan right here. This is one of the most referenced cosmological, like, series of scans from the 2018 run you can. From, like, you just go from, like, I think this is like 15 to 25 or somewhere in there. Just read that, bro. It's like 10 fucking comics. I don't know the exact one off the top of my head, but you know what? The fact that I have to educate you on this is fucking scary to me. Like, this shows you how little this guy actually knows. But let's keep going.
And why they aren't as impressive as people think. The feat of Superman punching the World Forger is taken heavily out of context because, for one, the World Forger is weakened when he's within the multiverse.
Yo, this man just said, unironically, no way, hold up, I'm going back. I have to go back and listen to that.
As people think. The feat of Superman punching the World Forger is taken heavily out of context because, for one, the World Forger is weakened when he's within the multiverse.
He was not in the multiverse. He was in, actually, hold up. In this very panel, they had to cut shit out. I think it's in the top left corner, where it literally says the 6th dimension. It's either on this page or the pen or the page before it. I'm almost willing to bet money on that. Bro, how did you fuck this up? This is like the easiest statement to ever not fuck up.
Weakened when he's within the multiverse, and he literally agrees with Batman to align multiple stars. So
okay, now this is true. I will admit that this feat does have some level of context to it. And I think a lot of DC people will just glance over this. So Superman's stuck on this world, right, where there are no stars away from him. He is drained. He's already fought and lost to the World Forger in a 1v1 here because there's no stars. There's nothing for him to draw energy from. And so he kept trying to jump off the planet in order to make it there, but he couldn't. He couldn't get enough energy because World Forger had moved all the stars away from him so he could have fucking nothing. Okay? He legitimately moved everything, so there was no chance of Superman getting any powers. And Batman did have to move them in the way for him, essentially creating this massive constellation across the 6th dimension so Superman could fly to where they were at. Because he couldn't, because there was no power. Once he got to the first star, that's all he needed. And it's all Superman from there, okay? Now you can say Superman was amped because he was flying across so many stars, and okay, like, you can argue that to some hypothetical point if you want, but it doesn't change the fact that Superman effectively could reproduce that exact same feat normally, right? Batman didn't fucking do everything for him in that situation. Like, it kills me.
Superman can pass through them in order to amp himself to damage the World Forger. So Superman needs heavy amps before he can damage a far weakened version of a monitor from the 6th dimension. And logically speaking, the monitor had to weaken himself to a 3-dimensional level to exist.
He says logically speaking, but he didn't provide any actual logic that, like, A, got him there, and B, like, that makes sense.
The argument that concepts like weight, distance, temperature, and even space-time have largely lost their meaning to Superman, making him out-of-versal, is completely absurd, because it mentions space-time and distance within the exact same sentence, which are both entailing the exact same thing, so it's pretty redundant for them to be repeating the statement. Also, it mentions temperature and weight as a part of those concepts, which makes it clear that it's not in reference to abstract concepts, hence it cannot be out-of-versal. He even says,
yo, this man legitimately just said earlier Platonism and conceptualism doesn't scale you anywhere, and then follows up here saying that has to be the case.
Have largely lost their meaning to him. First of all, they would need to completely lose meaning to him in order for it to even be considered out-of-versal, and not just largely, and not even.
Or, you know, in fiction, some out-of-versal concepts can conceptualize themselves inside other realms. You could just use your brain. You could just, oh, as you said earlier, you can just use logic to get there, Drip Sauce. Holy shit.
Losing meaning, but losing value, because something losing meaning to you doesn't imply that you scale above it. Superman is simply saying he's gotten faster and stronger, and that's it. Another argument.
Superman is just saying he got faster and stronger by giving a definition to those concepts. A definition that he understands because he's actively broke those concepts and maintained those concepts for his entire fucking history. He just thinks Superman is like an idiot. Like, he doesn't understand what concepts are, even though his main fucking opposition in the modern day is fucking Darkseid. Like, what?
Is that Superman has speed that defies the common concepts of space and time, hence making him a relevant speed. But this is just
no, not the common concepts of space and time. The literal concepts of space and time. We can fucking check those things in cosmology.
Being unbelievable, and the fact that it says common concepts is just in reference to mental ideas and not abstract concepts. It literally says through special warps known to him, so he accelerates for a long time till it reaches a certain speed where he's able to warp into a different realm. The DC Cosmology.
This man just said Superman is moving into other dimensions in order to travel. There's no way.
It literally says through special warps known to him, so he accelerates for a long time till it reaches a certain speed where he's able to warp into a different realm.
Bro, he's not warping into a different realm every time he fucking moves. That time Superman flew out of infinity, there was no special realm he went in. He just fucking flew. And it is curious to me you don't have any of the scans for this. And even if you do, I'm willing to bet if you and me wanted to have a scan war, I'd be able to find more scans of Superman breaking the concept of time without the negative repercussions you're talking about, without going into a higher dimension, ever. Like, I'll be able to do that. You'll not be able to take a W in that situation. Like, imagine if at one point in time in Dragon Ball, they said, the universe had a length of distance. And then in Dragon Ball Super, they said the universe is infinite. What kind of a dipshit would I look like if I kept downplaying Dragon Ball by using the old scan? Why would you use the old scan? That makes no fucking sense. Why are you using scans to downplay the current cosmology after all the changes that have happened? Because it's not the same anymore. Why would you do that? It's so dumb.
The DC cosmology is way too complex to be discussed in this video and is an entirely separate video in of itself, and the relationship between the cosmology and the people who scale to it is very complex. But I will be covering all of that on my channel very soon, as I've already scripted.
God damn, this animation
so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss when I upload it. Alright, Divine, back to you.
But wait, let's say that everything was wrong. What if the bleed does contain an infinite number of higher dimensional spaces? What if Batman was right and the God Sphere holds objective concepts? What if Superman's strength was above the abstract?
What are you saying? What if it's true, boys?
And what if Superman actually does scale to the World Forger? That would mean the bleed alone is high hyperversal. The God Sphere would be outer versal. Limbo would transcend the God Sphere, making it one layer into outer. The Monitor Sphere transcends that, making it 2 layers. Beyond this is the Source Wall, that is a place beyond thought itself. And Superman was able to shatter it, meaning Superman would be 3 layers into outer versal.
I don't know why you're
saying relevant speed. With Superman's strength laid out on
the
table.
I think there was some context to Superman breaking the Source Wall. I don't think he just fucking shattered it.
How strong is Earth's angel?
Son Goku, a Saiyan from Earth whose goal is to become the strongest mortal in the entire universe.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have like zero interest in seeing exactly where this is at. I'm just here to talk about DC shit, okay?
And even use Kaioken times 100 against Lord Slug. Additionally, Goku can surpass.
Holy shit, is the rest of this video literally just
Universal Blue Goku?
Yo, Superman got cucked in this video. He got
defeat him, firing Kamei Wave by CC Goku using Mastered. CC Goku scales to boundless with irrelevant speed.
So in a matchup between the symbol of hope,
so he just got him an entire tier above.
Universe.
Holy shit.
The winner is Son Goku. The reason Goku wins is because Goku's connection to Dragon Ball heroes makes him absolutely ridiculous. By every definition of the word, he completely outscales, even granting Superman every argument you could possibly give him, and even times where he was amped, it doesn't matter. He still gets put in a box.
I don't understand. They didn't give any evidence for that. They basically just looked at the map and said, okay, we're gonna count the dimensions here. So we're gonna do time and space. Space is 1, time is 1. Actually, no, time and space was 1 in his opinion. And then you had the bleed at the end of all of that. So he considered all of those things one specific tier. Considered God Sphere low outer. I think he forgot about Limbo. Yeah, I think he forgot about Limbo. But like, even doing that, you're entirely leaving out like the Heroverse. You're entirely leaving out the dark matter multiverse. You're entirely leaving out the antimatter universe. They didn't even discuss things in the 6th dimension, and they didn't even discuss the foundational power sets that power all of the characters present, or the fact that they've overcome those other power sets. Like, the unimaginable wanking that's happening for Dragon Ball and the unbelievable downplay with DC frustrates me, because I'm okay if you disagree with like what exists, the concepts that exist there. If I don't agree with your scaling, that's cool. We're talking about fictional fucking history, like whatever. But when you start picking and choosing who to be biased with, that's when I'll raise my voice up against you. Because like, if you're consistently a highballer for every verse you do, I mean, I may not agree, but you do you over there, okay? Like, you can do that if you want, but why talk so confidently on shit you have no fucking clue about, and then be biased to the other side? Why be biased? Like, that's the thing that kills me. It's like, at the end of the day, if one character beats another character, who gives a fuck, okay? That's something that actually loses me a lot of views. And I'll admit, when I first started, I was getting a lot of views because I was cranking out versus battles and versus scaling intent with the majority of what I did. But less people enjoy that, okay? I'm not gonna lie, less people enjoy that shit. Being objective and acknowledging where people are at, nobody likes being lied to. And the groups like Drip Sauce, they just promote basically just these cults where they believe this crazy ass shit. And like I said, if you're consistently highballing, that's cool. Just be honest about it. Be fair. Be even to both sides. Because if there was any level of the generosity that they were granting Dragon Ball to DC, bro, they would shit themselves. Like, they would legitimately shit themselves. Because, like, the concepts and the higher levels you could take DC scaling by being disingenuous to this degree would be fucking absurd. I'll admit, I haven't watched Heroes. I haven't messed with the alternative content for, like, Dragon Ball in terms of scaling. I think Dragon Ball has some really good content. And I love Dragon Ball, for those who don't know. I'm a fucking huge fan. I actually have a video coming out here real soon about, like, the downfall of Dragon Ball, why it sucks ass nowadays, for anybody who's interested in that. So comment down low if you're interested. But, like, I love me Dragon Ball, and it sucks to see the cosmology and everything that exists there. See these people try to do so much with so little. They don't talk a lot about stuff going on in Dragon Ball, to the point of it being irritating for a lot of scalers. And so they kind of have to reach for a lot of this shit. Like, they have to reach really hard for some of their arguments in order to make them big boys. But that's the frustrating part about Dragon Ball. I have yet to see anything in terms of Dragon Ball that puts them past Outer in any form, okay? And the Outer comment might even be me being really generous. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a billion different Dragon Ball scalers come at me and say, yo, I've got the proof, boy. I've got the sauce, like Drip Sauce over here. I've got the sauce, boys. We can make it happen. But then I read into it and I hit up, like, my Dragon Ball scalers and I'm like, hey, you ever heard about this before? And they're like, that shit's fake. Or that comes from a guidebook scan. In that same guidebook scan, they say that Jiren is the strongest person that Goku has ever fought. Even though clearly the gods of destruction are still beyond the mortals. Like Beerus and friends. Like, it's just so sad, man. It sucks to see how Dragon Ball fans, I shouldn't say Dragon Ball fans because it's wrong to hate on them as a whole. It sucks to see the idea of Dragon Ball scalers take things out of context to try and make their character sound cooler than he is to win a conversation on the internet. It just really sucks. I respect people who are honest, okay? I respect people who are honest. And even if we may disagree, I could tell when somebody's coming at me with an honest intent. This was not an honest attempt. This was arguably the worst interpretation of DC cosmology I've ever heard. That guy was legitimately trying to debunk DC below the 6th dimension using a scan that verbatim says there is a 6th dimension. Okay, that's not even correct, but even an idiot scaling everything in DC based off of spatial dimensions from what Mixie said, even they aren't stupid enough to make this kind of argument. So somebody in the comment section said, what if a group of people consistently lowball? Well, that's okay. I don't think highballing or lowballing is inherently wrong. It just means that that person has a different level of evidence to them that makes them believe in a certain thing. Now, if you stretch that too far, that can get negative. Yeah, obviously you're just being wrong at that point in time, you're just lying. But most people aren't doing that. It feels like, not Divine here, but Drip Sauce, it feels like that's what he was doing. I didn't see any evidence that he provided that was new to me besides one comment about the 5th dimension, which I'm sure if I dig into it, because these kind of people always put super cropped scans in their videos so you can't fucking see exactly what's going on it for a reason. But that's irritating. But I'm willing to bet if I go and look up that story, there's going to be context to it that will allow me to just casually fucking moonwalk through the arguments that he provided here. But that was one scan. Everything I saw listed as foundational was like complete ass, bro. He kept arguing, well, you could just say, and that's true about anyone's fucking scaling. You could just say whatever. Like,
We finally know who wins between the man with the strength beyond the gods versus the man with the form the gods cannot reach. Because someone as strong as you
should know when you're completely outclassed.
What's up, guys? It's Divine.
Yo, back to the original topic, boys. Yo, like, no hate towards Divine. Bro, his editing is fucking god tier. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I had to hit this guy up and ask who's fucking editing for him, because it's pretty fucking fire. I ain't gonna lie. But Drip Sauce, I'm sorry. Divine, I apologize. When I first started with the scaling community, and obviously you're a huge YouTuber, so you've been in here for a while. But like when I first started, I ran into some pretty negative shitters. And I'll admit, I didn't agree with them, but I believed in some of what they were saying. And it was unfortunate that I did. I feel like you are in the same crowd. Look, maybe Divine, if I could offer some like generalized advice. Look, getting into DC is fucking hard. There's a lot of comics to read to get into DC. All right, there is a lot of comics to get into DC. But if you're going to be covering something, even though you're a YouTuber, you got to have some general level of knowledge whenever it comes to that field. Okay? And you can't entirely rely on somebody else. And if you do, you need to acknowledge, hey, look, these are this guy's arguments. We're just going off what he's saying. I didn't see that in here. He said, yo, Drip Sauce has got the DC cosmology shit on lock. Okay? You clearly felt really confident in his ability to scale here. Like, really confident. And there is some criticism to be laid to you, like, hey, maybe filter the people you feature on your channel a little bit better, or maybe do more research into what you're doing. But no hate towards him, because you know what, accidents happen, and from what I understand, maybe he's learned from this situation, and I hope he does learn from this situation from now on. Hey, yo, have your boy on. Yo, I'd gladly show up. I'd show up and do the best I possibly can to rep DC. I'm gonna hit you with the best shit I got imaginable. I would be considered, I think, compared to most people, like on the higher ball side of things for DC. Mid to high ball is traditionally what I hear whenever people talk to me. But figures like Drip Sauce, dude, nobody takes the guy seriously. Like, legitimately. Nobody takes Drip Sauce seriously, nor his scaling. Because anybody who's spent any time inside DC, looks at what you're saying and says, dude, you are fucking insane. You can't just rely on Versus Battle Wiki as a crutch, because that's what you did. That 1C specification didn't come from fucking nowhere, okay? Like, relying on somebody else for a massive scaling video when you are this size, bro, you need to have a team of people. Like, I'll admit, my content, I will admit, I do all the fucking research for. I do all the fucking research. I read every fucking comic that my shit comes from, besides maybe one or two notorious runs that I haven't gotten to yet, right? But I will, obviously, as time goes on. Now, why I rely on other solid people in that field in order to help me, but I don't rely on one for that exact reason. When you only have one person feeding you information on something you don't fucking know about, this is what happens. This is a prime example of what happens. Okay? So, even when it's me, hit up somebody else. Check the source material. Just do something, some level of credibility beforehand. When you're talking to somebody, bring, like, yo, for example, like Jabbar Godot, a fellow homie of the channel. I talked to him about, like, JoJo's content. Hell, I even helped form some of the JoJo's content, some of the scaling metas and stuff that existed in there. I'm not taking all the credit or anything like that, but I was at least present for some of that action to bounce ideas off and push things further. But it doesn't change the fact, at the end of the day, after I talk to him, if I'm featuring him on the channel whenever it comes to that stuff, I'm probably running that by somebody else. Hey, do you think this is, like, fucking insane? If I was to make this argument. Just a little extra bit can go so far in avoiding massive problems like this. The downside to major YouTubers is the fact that as a result of that, they can't make content as fast, so they don't make as much content. And that sucks. But guess what? That's the curse of being a content creator. When you try to skip corners and stuff, you rely on goons like Drip Sauce, and it doesn't go well afterwards, because then nobody wants to take you seriously. And I want to take Divine seriously, bro. I want to take this fucking editing seriously, bro. That shit was next gen. But let's refer to the comments, okay? The comments over here. I've ignored you guys too long. And don't forget, you're guaranteed to have your comment read with a super chat if you guys want to go ham in the super chat department. But we're also going to break away and just do other stuff too. If you guys have other questions about other things or anything along those lines, definitely let me know down low. Xeno and CC Goku stalemated manga. I still needed UI to beat Xeno in the anime. True. Oh my gosh, dude. This was like next gen. Bro, this is crazy. I'm like mind blown. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But it was pretty bad. I know I didn't listen to a lot of the Dragon Ball stuff, and I'm sure that triggered a lot of people. Sorry, boys, but I like watching Dragon Ball. I don't scale external Dragon Ball stories. I might even scale like Dragon Ball down the way. Somebody I know asked me about like, can I do a Dragon Ball cosmology video? That would be super fun. I want to do more like a cartography throughout verses in general. But I will admit, the reason why you don't see me cover a lot of different verses is because I am invested. DC is that large. Like, I want to master DC before moving on the others. And dude, both with a life and this is like, it's just a lot to cover absolutely every comic, to see if you've missed absolutely everything. And the comics always have stuff coming out, which makes it even more difficult. And it's not just like one comic a fucking week, bro. It's like 18 a goddamn month, so that shit stacks fast. Yo, the most toxic community is the Dragon Ball community. Dragon Ball fans. Yo, Zoro Luffy popping off over here. Yeah, most of Drip Sauce's arguments are defeated by reading the story. Okay, I'll admit, I do these Theromax attacks every once in a while, and I'll admit, like, I don't like getting violent like this with people. I don't like getting angry and heated and things along those lines. I really don't, dude. I genuinely try not to. But sometimes people will say some dumbass shit, and yo, my family comes out in me. The Theromax family line comes out in me, because we used to argue like this and get heated all the time. I'm not mad at them or anything. I'm heated in the moment, right? I'm heated for the arguments and shit, because I do like engaging with people whenever it comes to conversation like this. So I know it feels like I'm being really fucking hard on Drip Sauce, and I guess to a certain extent I am, because his arguments are garbage. But like, I just wanted to be abundantly clear to everyone. I don't hate Drip Sauce, and I think Drip Sauce can change, okay? I really do think that Drip Sauce can change, but he has to take the effort to get there. I've met many people in my days who thought very lowly of League of Legends, or like or Dragon Ball, for example, or even like DC. But after just some time where you sit down and you have conversations with people, the best, I'm gonna skip out on that, hold up. The best advice I ever got with somebody was, there's something called the 40-40-20, okay? And whenever it comes to talking on the internet, or whether it's talking to somebody in general, okay? Every time you talk to somebody, there is 40% of people who will never believe you, will never understand you, nor will care to understand you. 40% of people will also always believe you, because you already believe in the same things. You're never gonna move the 40% who believes you, because they believe what you believe. You're never gonna move the people who are the 40% who will never believe in you. They're never gonna change their minds. What my goal is, and what everyone else's goal is to change the 20% in the middle. Why? Because those are the people who haven't made up their minds. Those are the people I'm trying to hit. Or the 20% of the audience inside Drip Sauce's fan base that will see the things that I say and are going to be like, wait a minute, that does make sense. My goal is to just hook people, essentially, almost like I'm fishing. My goal isn't to reel them in immediately. My goal is to just implant something in their mind, like Inception. Just implant this idea and let it grow and fester as time goes on to change their mind on something. So hopefully Drip Sauce will change his mind as time goes on. But I'll admit, it's incredibly hard for any YouTuber to change their mind, because that's what they built our brand on, and it makes them look bad. That's what happens when you build your brand based on some ideology that's easily debunkable. Like, why would you do that? Standing on truth and honesty is always better. Yo, probably saying coming in hot with a super chat. He says, all that said, does Goku still job Trigon? Okay, look, I can't respect Trigon in any fight, all right? Goku would still beat him though. Yo, if you're a Theromax Corps member, somebody who's not just subscribed to my channel, but gives me that monthly sponsorship for content, he says, yo, where's that League Cosmology at? Yeah, Rock, bro, I promise, I'll get there. It's just like League, bro. It's gonna take some time. I got a whole fucking server for it for a reason. Let's see what else we got. We got nothing important here in the chat. Shredding people. Say, I was shredding these motherfuckers. Yo, okay. Yo, I tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do, boys. I'm gonna keep this going a little bit longer. Just for you goons. I'm supposed to stop this shit after we did that. I'm trying to be better about being a little bit more specific on my live streams. But fuck it. We're here to hang out today. Yo, I am going to the chat, boys. Yo, Wally and nothing important here. Feel free to jump in chat, boys. Yo, let's go. We disrespect Trigon. Let's fucking go. Yo, Zora, Luffy says he's gonna join the membership at the end of the month. That's fucking sick, bro. I'm pumped for it. That'll help me create more content and give you a greater voice inside the channel. Thanks, homie. I will believe it when I see it, though. Holy shit. What do you guys think is gonna happen from this Drip Sauce fallout? Yo, is Drip Sauce gonna hunt me down and send people to de-like all my shit? Yo, does it happen?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to the stream, boys. We got Wally popping in.
He will.
We got fellow Twitch streamer Mortar Feed over here. Welcome to the party, bro. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this Drip Sauce shit though is like pretty fucking next gen. I honestly don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what any of these fucking clowns will do, honestly. From what I hear, Official Divine is like really fucking cool. I don't expect any problems with him. Maybe a few fans, but I doubt he's sending people my way or anything. I'm not the biggest YouTuber in the world, so it's not like I'm gonna be fucking catching all the goddamn strays from people.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, like Drip Sauce is probably gonna like quote unquote debunk your entire live stream right now. Gonna send a few doxers your way.
He probably already has.
Lol.
Bro, was he gonna dox me? My fucking name is out there. Like you guys talk to me. I'm like a normal person on fucking the internet, bro. I swear to God. Like, woo.
Yeah.
Comic curator is gonna debunk your life.
I mean, he could show up and try. Yo, we got President Grant Rock showing up to this stream. The homie. What's up?
So,
what's up, guys?
Yeah, what happened to Senator Kelly Rock? The fuck is wrong with this shit? What happened?
Yo, I got somebody who said he's gonna tell us homies to attack me like Surfbone did. Yo!
You didn't hear about the greatness that is Hydra Captain America?
Oh, I did see the 2 scans of that shit that came out though. That shit was pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Literally tells the mutants to get off his planet. Go to your
crazy. I went to Drip Sauce's Discord and like I asked to VC with him because like I posted a few scans in his DC section of like higher dimensional shit, and he was like, "Yo, I debunked all of these." And I was like, "Okay, like hop in VC and prove it then." And he's like, "Oh, I will. Like, give me 20 minutes."
Cosmic scalar to me.
Yeah, 20 minutes go by, doesn't join call. I'm like, "Yo, where the fuck are you at?" I stay in call for an hour. Hell, I even add up my homie Vegan Student, and he joins and he's just like listening to me wait. And like 2 hours go by, Drip Sauce still does not join. And I'm like, "Dog, where the fuck are you at?" Meanwhile, I'm arguing with his goons because they're being toxic as fuck. And like, after 4 hours, this guy is like, "Yo, sorry, dude, I was recording a video." I'm like, "Oh, what, bro? Like, lol." Like, you said
snake.
Dude, he fucking got you.
Yeah, you're right. And then like, he chose to not join call and continue to run away. Dude, as a Flash fan, I thought his running skills were impressive.
No.
He said, "Bro, I've seen a lot of running in my day. I used to be a cross-country guy, okay? I ran into the fucking Speed Force. But that guy running is fucking impressive, boys. Let's go!"
Yeah. Dude might just beat the Flash in a race. But,
that shit was just wild, bro. Getting through that whole video, I was just like, how are you... I don't know whether to be mad or, like, upset or disturbed. I'm just let down. I'm let down that you're so arrogantly confident but stupid simultaneously. Like,
yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me how Drip Sauce can like, because I think there have been multiple times. Like, I know Meech has talked to him, and like he's like blatantly admitted that like he caps on his channel. He like doesn't read any of the content he talks about. He like straight up lies for views. Like he says a bunch of crazy shit. I know you can hit up Meech for all that, but Rip is definitely gonna attack your channel, Lumos. Like, don't think he won't, bro.
well, honestly, how many subscribers does he have even?
He has about 2K or like
2K. Holy shit! I'm the big YouTuber here. Holy fuck! That's comedy.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I might throw my hat in the arena and drop a debunk myself by like covering what is universal and like what is
I like your debunk.
Cola.
Nothing important here.
Dude.
That shit is like lit.
Yo. Nothing, bro. Like, you already got put in a casket by Cosmic Scalar. You don't want to roll up to his big brother, dude. You don't want that.
Right? Yeah. Don't want to pull up the punk pussy bitch Kazi and his ugly twin brother Drip Sauce.
Bro, he folded you like origami, shoved you in a casket, and then pushed you off in sea with like a lantern on top of your head. And was like, he fought bravely, but utterly failed.
Listen, a while back, in case the call doesn't know, I debated Cosmic Scalar directly. I recorded the shit because I knew he'd be a fucking snake. Now, I deleted it because I just don't care about that shit anymore. But after that, he posted a 20-minute video, which was a whole fucking debate, but it was using Powwow Bot to record it, so it cut out a lot of shit. And my video got more views because I told the truth.
It's almost like
And
important.
listen, I've met people like them before. They're doing the shit just to fucking trigger everybody on the internet. Marvel scalers, DC scalers,
Yeah, they're doing
video
it.
game
Yeah, they're
scalers,
doing it for attention.
other
like, very
manga
clearly.
scalers. They're doing this just to piss us off, purely because they know they're snakes, and they know they're snakes, so they're acting in their nature as snakes.
Yeah, they just want clout at the end of the day. That's all they really care about.
All you
Yeah,
gotta really see is like when Official made his like 100K special on like Yogg-Sothoth, like the Cthulhu god. Like, if you go through that whole like 7-minute video, there's not a single scan in there about Cthulhu. It's literally just like fancy cosmic abstract creatures from like AI art.
Well, that is
Like-
that is
yeah.
the thing I'll admit about like the small. I've never messed with Divine before, so no hate or anything. But like, clearly it seems like his editing. He focuses potentially too much on the editing versus the content.
Divine's new on YouTube. He joined like about a year ago. He's mainly on TikTok.
He's doing
And, like,
really
he,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, like he knows how to produce a business. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
for
like,
sure. He's
hey,
mainly
Lumos.
active on TikTok though, and like he kind of just transitioned onto YouTube, and that's where all his fans came from.
Yeah. Now, the only reason Wally and I know how bad the Cthulhu shit is in particular, other than the obvious, is because we know a dude who's like super into fucking Cthulhu mythos and like Elder Scrolls. And like he told us how bad that shit was from his point of view. Oh my god, Prophet.
I mean,
that poor
even
guy.
that, like, I don't really care. Like,
I know.
'cause, like, it's funny because like, Divine ended up capping Yogg below what like the Prophet put him at. Like, it's just how he went about it. Like, there was not a single scan or like evidence posted at all for like any of the things he said for 7 minutes straight. It was like, that's a lot of fancy editing and transitioning between like AI art creatures, but like, I wish like half of that was like actual scans, and it's like,
Hey,
no, okay.
I spend a fuck ton amount of time, like a fuck ton, on putting my scans in a visible way on my videos. So nobody can claim I'm doing the shit that I saw in this video where we just, all of our scans that we do post are incredibly zoomed in so you can't actually see what the fuck is happening like on the panel. Yo, 1 second. Yeah, I was about to say, stop talking, just drop 5. What's up, homie? Stop talking. Does DC Wukong scale to the mythology? Because if he does, then Superman should scale where Divine put Wukong, which is as high as he put Goku in this video. Yeah, the mythology, as far as I'm aware, the whole fucking thing is just inside the God sphere. And there are some elements of it, I think, that are references to things that are outside of it. But Yeah, like I know like in some cosmologies they reference like literally the Great Darkness as just using a different term. So technically that part of the cosmology will be different, but like everything else is.
Wukong comes from the what religion does Buddha come from again? I forgot.
Buddhism?
Yeah, Buddhism. Yeah, that's it. Ignore that.
I don't think it.
That's not your lives.
So
in
a lot of Asian cultures, they do a very unique thing where they blend separate like religions and concepts and philosophies like all together. And the story that Sun Wukong kind of is defined by did come out of a large majority of all of those things playing with one another. Yeah, I would agree with that. But yeah, so like it should exist there, and if that was Dragon Ball, I would be willing to bet money he would make that argument. Like 10 out of 10 he would have made that argument. But since it's a verse he doesn't like, he's just gonna downplay it because that's cool. Great question, Stop.
No, it's crazy. No, it's crazy in DC. Like in Flash like 2019 in Year of the Villain, like the Speed Force was fucked up and like Barry was getting super amps and like Pied Piper was like, yo, this is your version of the Super Saiyan, like verbatim, like says the Super Saiyan, like Dragon Ball is fictional in DC. Cope, stay hard. Like you're mad, bro. Like,
straight up. Like, let me say this is the stream still going. Like,
it is.
I've been scaling like outer shit and like philosophy shit for like a long ass time, and me in particular, I'm not even a DC guy, but I felt like it was really bad just hearing this stuff for like DC because I know for sure they haven't read any of the philosophy. Like,
how do you look at fucking
conversations like Wally the other day? Like, you know how like I make that ontology argument all the time?
Yeah.
DC has ontology in it. It literally uses fucking realism and like anti-realism as concepts.
Yeah, but that doesn't help his argument, so of course he's not going to make that
point. Yeah. Exactly. So, but like, listen, Divine, Drip, this shit's still in the fucking air. So like, listen, I would dead ass be willing to hit y'all up for a philosophy conversation. I would dead ass talk to all of y'all about it. I would talk to all of you in the same call at the same time on the matter. Hit me up. I'm a philosophy guy. That being said, please do better on your content because we don't hate any of y'all.
Yeah, fact.
But like this shit is just fucking bad. Like, like Eustace and Courage the Cowardly Dog would run from their asses because of how bad that shit is. Like that's just how it goes.
Cola, wait a minute. But nuh-uh.
The thing that really gets me is that I get it, okay? Like you don't like the verse or whatever, but if you want to be in like the big leagues, okay? I don't consider TikTok the big leagues, alright? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have a TikTok. It's pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie. Like TikToks are cool, but it's so easy to get a subscriber. Dude, getting TikTok subscribers is fucking easy. YouTube subscribers.
Stop Talking became a member.
Hey, Stop Talking coming in hard with memberships. Let's fucking go. Yo, big shout outs to Stop Talking down low.
Yeah.
Especially after that last shit.
That is what Drip Sauce should do.
Like the thing, like if you want to rotate over and be a really big figure on YouTube, it's harder and you're held accountable a lot more, in my opinion, for the crazy shit that you say. Yo, probably saying just dropped a $5 dono. Genuinely, what does fighting an abstract concept make you, if anything? One of my favorite series, the main character destroyed the concept of chaos. Concepts do scale differently depending on the cosmology. Like in some verses, they only have a universe. So like, if you have a concept and all you have is a universe, provably, then that concept may be something that only is effective like within that universe or whatever the case may be.
Like a fourth dimensional concept or like laws of math or something. Like those are concepts.
Yeah, having something more solid in that department. And to be fair, it does suck whenever verses don't really give you a lot to work with. Because there's just a lot of verses sometimes where it's just like, we're just going to say concept and we're not going to go into that at all. we're gonna say this is gonna be a one-off time and fuck it, that's where we're going with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely would depend on whatever verse that is specifically.
Yeah.
Yo, Knight, you know you can only be in the, like, stream if you actually talk, right?
Oh, did we get Knight showing up? Up, Knight? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mephisto's here.
Oh, he just restarted up his YouTube channel, bro. He starts being consistent. We'll consider him for addition in the old Theromax Corps over here.
Dude, Knight rolled up in chat and was like, yo, am I in the stream? I'm like, you gotta talk in order to be on the stream. Like, yeah.
I didn't want to
Wow. If only Drip Sauce had your same mind.
Oh my god. Yo, these comments you guys are giving me down here. This Drip Sauce guy really is fucking that guy with these takes, bro. Holy shit. Holy shit.
You know, deadass.
Yo.
I legit want to debate them. I legit want to debate them on like Outerverse, like Outerversal itself. I want to see if they can defend that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about Drip Sauce? That dude who says what did he say? Like Marvel capped at 16D.
Yeah, and DC caps at 3D. At 3D, yeah.
How was that?
Yes, whoa, Lumos.
Wait.
Relax. He got it at
3D DC.
No, he said it contains. It says it contains the 6th dimension, but it's not 6th dimensional. I'm not even kidding, bro. This video is insane.
No. He was saying
from Snyder's Run.
Yeah.
He was saying that the World Forger wasn't 6D, like for Superman, because like he nerfed himself down.
Yeah, to enter the multiverse. So the punches that they shared the punches he shared in the 6th dimension were like 3-dimensional. He's saying he creates worlds, so he's like 3D.
But he wasn't in the multiverse.
Yeah, I know, but good luck arguing. You just missed the whole stream where I covered this shit, bro. They were some of the most dog shit arguments I've ever seen, bro. That shit was crazy.
Like they literally went down to. Okay, never mind that.
Yeah, no.
Yo,
it's crazy.
Good old Rockin' Alice actually just posted. Classic member for 5 months. What a homie. He says, it disappoints me that Drip has scans saying that they're wrong, but has had a conversation with a guy saying a lot of the same stuff as Drip, but at least they got it past 6D. That's the thing that pisses me off, is all these fucking lowballers, even the dumb lowballers, are like, yo, it says there's 6 dimensions in there, and there's things past it. This dumb motherfucker didn't even recognize there were things past the 6th dimension in a comic where the whole point, or in a run where the whole point is there are beings from beyond the 6th dimension who are showing up to kick their ass. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I swear, dude, I would have started my YouTube channel like 10 years ago if I had like editing like fucking official Divine, bro.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that editing is fucking god tier. I would kill to have an editor produce my videos with that level of fucking editing, bro. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't kill. I'm not even willing to pay for it. I have people who could do it, but like, A, I like it as my art, and B, fuck, that's a lot of time and effort, bro, for one person. Screw that.
I was like, yo, I'd kill my editors and then realize, wait a minute,
I need an editor. If they work for cheap, sign me up.
Official Divine? I seen that dude recommended on my YouTube.
I don't.
Dragon Ball Scale.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him and his content, so you got me.
No, the one video I saw was it was Manga Goku. I got to the very end of it. I just want to hear the results. I already know about Manga Goku's skin, but at the end of the video, he said something like boundless Goku or something like that, or Outerversal or something.
Yeah, he said that in the video I watched as well. Yeah.
How the hell did you get any of that from the scans you put in the video, Outerversal?
So, alright, so I'll say this, like, he had Dragon Ball at just like 5D to Outerversal, depending on how you interpreted some stuff, but it's only now that he had like Drip Sauce on, and Drip Sauce convincing him of a bunch of stuff apparently that like.
Well, this was the hero stuff, right? Like it'd be surprising to me that he was a Dragon Ball fan and didn't have like the outer like heroes scaling. I don't believe in that, but I'm surprised he hasn't.
No, but he had it at outer, but like now because of the Drip Sauce arguments, like he just straight up put it at like boundless, and it's like, well.
Oh, okay. But in the video I saw it felt like he was saying due to the absurd shit with heroes, it was there. Like that was like kind of like the way he looked at it already. But that's crazy.
I swear if they're using Koyama as a freaking reliable. You know that dude Koyama said that Janema doesn't use any form of reality warping in the movie, but he does. They're using him as a reliable source.
Bro, these guys literally used in their video of DC Cosmology a guy who admits he's unreliable on the topic they were discussing in a Twitter conversation.
You know that same Twitter conversation has Paul.
He was an idiot and admits it. Like, bro, it's unbelievable.
No, you know that same Twitter thread also has Paul Jenkins saying, "Yo, there's infinite higher spatial dimensions in DC."
Well, yeah, that's the first one, right? Is he says somebody asks him, "Hey, is there higher infinite spatial dimensions?" And he says, "Yes." And then somebody says, "Really?" And then he follows up and says, "No, I meant infinite universes." That's what I'm saying. That guy's like
that's a separate one. Like, they cropped that shit out. Like, that's like straight up cap. Like, they cropped that shit so fucking hard. Like, Jesus.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if dudes are using like fake questions or whatever the case may be. But I've only ever seen the picture where they're posted right next to one another.
Yeah.
But like, why would you use that as like a reputable source of information when he shows he has no fucking clue what he's talking about in the exact scan you provided? Like, the DC ultra mega super crazy people will just cut off the last part to make it sound cool. If you actually do research into it, there's follow-up to it, but like, bro.
Yeah.
Why? Why do this when it's so much easier to do everything else? Like, just use the actual material if you're being honest.
3D world for
you. Yo, what the fuck? I just saw like a community tab and it was like, yo, what is your favorite Christmas movie? And The Grinch wasn't an option.
Yo,
fuck is wrong with people,
classic
dude?
Grinch solos, I don't give a fuck. I even have him in one of my videos. Hey, spoiler for them Christmas videos coming up. The Grinch shows up. Yo, what's up, Stop Talking? Welcome back to the party, bro. He says in a super chat, if they use their logic for Dragon Ball, DC Jesus, DC OP. Yeah, seriously, that's what I was saying earlier. If they were just as generous with their fucking Dragon Ball scaling, or with their DC scaling as they were their Dragon Ball, bro, that would be some of the most fucked up. Like, they wouldn't even be able to comprehend how fucking powerful DC would be, bro, because they'd run out of adjectives to put in front of it.
Extraverse.
Super mega hyper meta extra extreme multiversal. Yeah. This is stupid shit like that.
Omniverse.
What's up? Out for a bit of Godzilla hits them with the 2-dimensional DC. Lol.
Oh
no, they did that. They fucking did that in this fucking video.
No, he's talking about something else. I know.
Yeah, like this guy, he trolls and says DC is sub 2-dimensional because like all of creation is like on a sheet of paper being the overvoid, so it's like 2D at best.
He took like the dumber version of that, where he said a guy reading a comic in DC said that they lived in the third dimension, thus it's all the third dimension.
Real.
Fuck. Bro, how do you argue with that? Like,
no.
What do you want from me?
Scott Snyder interview where he's like, yo, there literally are infinite higher spatial dimensions. The 6th dimension and like the 5th are like just a name. Like, they're a name for like realms of existence, not like dimensional
we don't have words for what we're defining. And we haven't created a new word to define that thing. Like casually, for like casual people. And people just don't get that. Differentiating spatial dimensions from higher non-spatial dimensions is just too much of a concept for people to understand. You know, at first I was hating on fucking Death Battle because they say, hey, our fans are too dumb to understand higher dimensions. And I was like, bro, that's stupid. You can't fucking lie to your people. Yo, these people in these comments, bro, they're starting to make me understand that perspective. Like, maybe you really can't fucking explain this shit to these people.
Yeah.
The 6th dimension is like Warforged realm. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Warforged realm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People, bro, people. That's all I'm gonna say. People be wildin' out there, boys. Yo, it's your chance in chat to have the Theromax crew answer your questions. So now is the time, boys and girls.
I'm a guess.
Oh, that's okay. You still showing on the stream.
Noodles must be ecstatic at the fucking name fallacy thing. Like, yo, it's called the 6th dimension. It's just like 6D. Like, Noodles be like when Hagoromo has a jutsu called the creation of all things jutsu. Dude, Hagoromo's universal, bro. Trust.
No, even higher than that, because we have confirmed higher dimensions now.
Yeah, true. You're right. You're right. Hagoromo created everything, including Kage. Trust.
Yeah, they literally had the Ramakushima scan of being outside of the Earth and saying there's innumerable like higher spatial or higher dimensions that exist. Yo, that shit is next gen though.
Comedy gold.
That shit was fucking gas, bro. Holy shit.
So Goku powering up as a Super Saiyan 3 in the Fusion Reborn movie, shaking the afterlife. It's like, oh no, extra dimensional, like, no.
They're using their Dragon Ball scaling, bro. They think it's something. Yeah. Like, that's for sure. They think something.
Like a boundless feat.
This community gives like so much level.
It just triggers me that this is the face of the fucking community. Like, I would say you become one of the faces of the community when you pass like 50K subscribers. I think that's a fair line.
Yeah.
Bro, how you walking out here like being the face of the community with scaling like this, bro? Come on. We just got over the Danko arc, okay? We just got over this shit.
I thought he was just saying that stuff just get stuff. But nah. Man, it was smart.
Like well, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a debunk tonight, probably drop it tomorrow, and at the end challenge them to a debate.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not going to lie, like...
I'm like, what did I do?
I feel like the faces of, like, power scaling, like, I can only really think of a few that are, like, actually competent. That being, like, the Imaginary Axis, who's, like, who goes MIA from his channel, like, once every 10 years and returns once every 15 years.
I think
and then like metas on JoJo's, and even then that's JoJo's, like, bro, like there's none of that for like DC or shit. Like
it's
everyone
definitely
else just takes content from everyone, and it's like no.
It's definitely unfortunate that in the community, it's just the people who are good at creating content are not the good people at scaling. Like, that's something that really sucks in a community. Like, the people who are good scalers and shit are just dudes you find online. But the people who make content aren't just dudes you find online. These are typically really social, like, hyper-social people. And so I feel like there's this disconnect between people who scale and people who create content. And it hurts so much. That's why that's one of the reasons I got into scaling in general, was because everywhere I fucking went, dude, these people were fucking clueless. Like, they're really good at making content, and I respect them, respect the hustle, respect the grind. It just sucks that, especially for a lot of big communities like DC, because you're not anime, because you're not the current sexy thing going on with a really gorgeous looking appearance on it, that you just don't get people covering you as much. And anime is just kind of taken over everything in terms of that field. Power scalers used to only be people who watched movies and people who read comics. And that's changed so much with the introduction of like cartoons or anime being as significant as it has in the modern age, taking such a large group of people from like their respective pools.
Yeah, no.
It's usually like, say, these guys who make these like comic book, these comic power scaling videos, and they hear from, say, another video like having the same scaling, and they use that scaling in their video. But when they, instead of like going in the actual comic and reading the story and like getting a more different,
they just scan grab.
They just scan grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I ain't gonna lie, I did it at first too. I mean, I used to like be a big.
That's a place. That's a place for you to start. Like, that's a place for you to start. Is scan grabbing.
I used to ride his scaling like way back, but the first video I saw, it was Chuck. The first video I saw, it was like Surfer. And he had me like, I think it was solar system level. When I actually read his comics, I'm like, damn.
But how you looking at this as solar system
was like,
level?
Dang. How's he solar system level?
I don't want to. That's a whole thing into itself. It does suck sometimes when major creators just can't can't do all the research themselves because they're so busy. And as a guy who does all the fucking research himself, I'll admit it sucks to fucking be busy, bro. It really does blow, but you lose all credibility when you stop.
Well, yeah, I'll say this though. Hold on.
Yeah, speaking of Surfer, I'm just reading the Mighty Thor, and like in it, Surfer makes an appearance because he's taking a human form, and he's just like, "I've held a baby galaxy in the palm of my hands."
It's like, how are you supposed to be a fucking Marvel scaler and not know the basic shit like this? Like, bro.
Yeah. I'll say this, like, of the power scaling community, like, I really, like, of the power scalers who are wrong, like, fairly big who are wrong, but I do respect, are, like, just Noodles and Webcam Parrot. Because, like, albeit the takes they have are wrong, I feel they're the only people who can argue, like, the take they have. I don't think anyone else, other than Noodles, can argue Kakuzu over Pain the way he does, or like Presence is 5D the way Webcam does. Like,
I mean,
like I don't think anyone else is able to do it like that.
I think it's important to note that in the scaling community in general, because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean you have to like excise them from your existence. And I think that that's like a really big problem right now, is people are afraid to watch somebody else's content because they were wrong on like one thing, right? I wish people had a larger way to gauge things. Like, take for example like Webcam stuff. I blatantly disagree with like 90% of his Trigon versus Darkseid video. I think we are the most generous person in the multiverse to Trigon in that video, to the point of being unrealistic. But that doesn't mean I devalue any contribution that he's made to like the scaling community or anything along those lines, just because I disagree with him on like one fucking take. I think there's a lot of people who have good takes. I think that there's not very many people who align with me on as many things as I would like, for sure. And it is nice to come across other people who, even if I do disagree with them, take for example like GB and Splat, Jobbers and Goons, on the other channel, right? Like, we disagree with stuff all the fucking time, but it is nice to have at least some level of respect going there and having those conversations, like actually pushing them and not seeing them be a fucking paper house and just fall upon itself, right? Cave in on itself, and there actually is no conversation that can be had there in any way that's like actually beneficial. That is something that is nice about the community, is you can find a few people who kind of fit that mold. I mean, hell, that's how I came across Nothing Important here, and I mean a few of my other YouTuber friends. Fuck, where is this goddamn place? What's the Veil Jumper? Token of Purity, that's what it was.
Comic book scaling in the day, back in the day. Man, that was camp.
Dude.
That shit was just a wild
Mephisto, you know back in the old days, where like, you cared about the truth, who had the biggest dick, and like how to prove it? And then all of a sudden, we're in 2023, then this shit's going on?
Yeah.
Y'all remember the days where, like, people were fighting for their fucking life just to, like, get Marvel to Outerversal, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember those days.
Well, you weren't even around for those days.
Those are the...
I remember.
I was here for those days. I just wasn't in your server when that shit was around.
I remember it was me, Jazz, Haiku, and Chad one time went in the Parrot server, and we tried our best to convince them on like 1A Marvel.
Yeah.
What a waste.
Good times I miss those days. I miss those days.
Yeah, Chad's only high hyperversal, fellas. He's not out.
I remember the 16-dimensional Living Tribunal scan. I was like, beautiful days, beautiful days. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, no, that shit is.
2 8 months security day.
I have a quick question for you, Wally.
Yes.
I'm out right now. Well, I'm just in my car. Just went for my folks to get out of the hospital. But do you mind like helping me with describing a little bit of DC's cosmology for like that debunk I'm doing, so I can use DC as a talking point?
Yeah, I got you.
Sweet. I'll probably have to hit you up for that in about, I want to say 3 or 4 hours. I don't know when I'll be home. My mother's at the hospital right now, so
I don't know if I'll be up then.
Yeah,
but, let's get back to like the stream.
Yeah.
Question in chat right now: is what do we think about Seth coming back to YouTube?
He announced it a while back.
Yeah.
Announced it, yeah, but his videos are like actually coming out now, which is why I think these guys are after it.
Yeah.
I think that's why the conversation is being had.
Yeah, no. Apparently he's been streaming on Twitch like this whole time.
Yeah, Twitch and YouTube viewers are very
uploading
different.
to his Seth Vob's channel thing. At least that's what I'm aware of.
It's this fucking thing.
What videos has Seth made?
It was in the Z Goku and Gojo versus Goku.
Oh shit, he's been like throwing out content now.
Hey, ran out of fucking money. He's got to.
Yeah, so like he made a Why Gojo versus Goku is not close. He made a How Strong is Final Goku and How Strong is Piccolo. Okay.
Oh wait, what? That's out now?
It came out an hour ago. Man, okay. I might check them out later, I guess. Damn, his How Strong is Piccolo video is 2.5 hours long. I ain't watching all that.
Well,
yeah, no.
His video on Mandarin.
I mean, honestly, like, I'm fine. Like, Seth did things. Like, I just hope his ass is fucking reformed, bro. I hope his ass is reformed.
Well, what I'll tell you is same thing I tell everyone else. I always hope people get a second chance. I do like second chances. I think everybody deserves one. I did not see any level of change the last time I saw him. Hopefully he has changed. If not, fuck him. The more you talk about him, the more money you're putting in his pocket. And if you don't like him and you don't want him to succeed anymore, stop talking about him. Personally, I don't give a fuck when other people rejoin YouTube unless I enjoy their content. His videos were really well edited for sure. I don't know how these new ones are looking, but
they're not as great because Clyde's not working on them anymore.
That's kind of what I was insinuating. But I don't know. I hope he's a better person. But what I've learned with people is people can change, but they're incredibly difficult to change, especially people on the internet. So I doubt he's changed. So I'm not gonna give him anything from me. If something changes, he reaches out to me, and I see some form of development change. If I see him feeling bad for the things he did, then obviously I'll be a little bit more generous. But when you do really fucked up shit like that and don't feel remorse for it, it's hard for other people to not like judge you for like being horrible. Like, I don't know.
You must always try to see the best in people, as they say.
I do try to see the best in people as much as I can, but yeah, sometimes you gotta make difficult decisions, and that was one of them for sure.
Yeah, someone get like Lumos to like feature on Dr. Phil, bro. God damn.
Yeah, I am. Despite my Theromax attack series, and despite how heated I get in conversations sometimes, I guarantee I'm the nicest motherfucker in the universe that anybody has ever come across, bro. I am the most nice person in the fucking universe. So come at me, you dumb motherfuckers. Every one of you fucking idiots trying to roll up right now in the comment section, man. Come at me.
Yeah, bro, you talk about being nice. I just don't give a shit. Fucking call him out if you're gonna call him out, bro. Like, hand them ass whooping cold.
Yeah,
no lube.
I'm down. I'm definitely down to drop some facts and crush some people. The comic curator arc is pretty strong evidence of that, I feel like. But I think the one thing I don't want to be defined by is by how stupid other people are. I don't want that to be like the only thing my channel is. So like, I will respond to things, right? And I'll give my responses and shit. But I don't only want to become a clout chaser. Like, that's just not what I'm after.
Yeah.
And that's not my intention either way. My goal isn't to ruin people just because I came across them. My goal is to engage with people and see if I can better myself.
Yeah. See, I come from that perspective too. But I realize the people you won't convince who are just out there to be against you, it's completely fine to just eat them alive. Honestly. It's fine.
Oh, for sure.
Like
I said, I'm okay with criticizing. I don't want my channel to become only criticizing, which is where a lot of people eventually wind up in like the comic book community, where they just bitch about everything. And That's not the goal of my channel. My goal is to correct wrong information, call out the wrong information, but I don't necessarily have to attack the person making the argument in order to correct the information. At least that's the way I always look at it.
Right. Who knows
that.
how much they know they've been going into that video? They could have just made a mistake or two. And like that was what made the video turn out the way it did. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is like what the video is directly saying. Not the person who made it.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting.
I don't mind having a nice, calm conversation with a person on a certain topic, but you're gonna come at me aggressive and like call me an idiot or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
the second you start doing that shit, I'll roll in the mud with you, bro. I ain't having that shit. You ain't
mean,
getting on my channel.
Yeah.
I used to think that same way, like the way you guys say. I used to think that way. I used to do the exact same thing. But the more I tried, the more I see how pointless it was to try to help them.
And you're right. But do you know why I do that shit, Mephisto?
I'm just saying you can't try to persuade someone.
Oh, you weren't here earlier, were you?
Hoping they would change.
Yeah, you weren't here earlier. The goal isn't to change that person, right? It's the 40-40-20 meme, right? 40% of people will never believe anything you say. 40% of people will only believe what you say, and there's 20% in between who's undecided. Your goal isn't to affect anybody in that negative 40%. Your goal is to maintain your audience, anybody who believes what you believe, and then see if you can get more people to believe what you believe in that extra 20%. Like, at the end of the day, especially on YouTube, like where we're here now, my goal is to influence. I'd be lying to you if I said otherwise. My goal is to influence you in a way I think is positive, and that is the truth, right? I'm cool with that, but I think many people on that path lose themselves to just shitting on people. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. I'm just drawing a clear differentiation in where I am at versus other people. I don't want to make that, I don't want to make those steps down that path. At least consistently. Not opposed to walking out and silent on somebody, not gonna lie.
But not repeatedly, yeah.
Yeah, just not repeatedly. Like, I responded to Comic Curator 3 times, and I was like, I'm done with you now. And then I made a video that he had to get attracted by, even though he did not mention him in that video. That fucking guy.
Yeah. That
shit was comedy. But I tell you what, it looks like the conversations in chat over here are getting real interesting. So I think we're gonna end up the stream here, boys. It was a blast. I'm glad you guys could hang out in VC, and I'm glad everybody could hang out in the comment section down below, because we were really active today in terms of the video. So I hope you guys really enjoyed everything here, and I guess we'll see you next time, Lanterns. You guys got anything you want to say on the way out?
Yeah. Watch out for when I make that debunk video, because I'm gonna go straight for the throat and challenge them both to a debate. Probably Katsi too, because he ran away from my friend Godzilla. But that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, rip. But sounds like that's pretty much it. Shout outs to the homies. You guys crushed it. And we'll see you guys down the way. Hopefully you guys are ready for more streams, because I plan on them.
Yeah.